Hello again. My name is Ken. I'm making a set of recordings because I'm for to help people that have cancer. I have cancer myself, but to let you know that there is there's treatments for cancer and it's treatable, and you can live through it, depending what type of cancer you got, of course. But you can certainly live through it, and that's a good thing. I was diagnosed with throat cancer back in December of last year, with stage 4 throat cancer. I've been going through radiation treatments for that cancer. This is starting my third week of radiation. I'm also using other alternative therapies along with that, to complement as well as to help in the healing process, and to complement the present therapies that I'm getting conventionally. So far, there has been improvement, and that's a good thing. I'm feeling pretty good today, considering this is starting my third week of of radiation treatments. I'm already have symptoms of radiation, or symptoms that you have of radiation treatments. Basically, can be dry mouth, especially if you have throat cancer and you're doing, treatment around that area. You can have bad rashes around there, very sore throat, very dry mouth, fatigue is a big one. I have developed some rashes on my body, I'm noticing. Been itching. I thought at first it was something I was taking, medicine I was taking, but I don't think that's what it is, because rashes, since I got a radiation, I noticed I started to itch. So I think it's related to the radiation, but that's something that is also a symptom of radiation. So little things like that have happened. Consider the fact that I'm only in my third week. After the third, fourth week is when the real severe symptoms, they say, start to kick in. But we'll see. Everybody's different, so we'll see what happens and how I feel, and you'll be along this journey with me. Yeah, I didn't record yesterday. I forgot, so kind of got tired actually, and I just didn't do it. But yeah, so anyway, today's pretty good. Just had my another radiation treatment just about a couple hours ago. Doing all right and everything. There's been a few people that's asked me what radiation treatments are like. Well, they don't hurt. There's no pain involved in it whatsoever. When you have head and neck cancer, basically what you do is they make you a special mask. They make out of this special kind of like hot wax sort of thing, and it hardens up into a plastic. And you got to get specially made for yourself. That's the reason you really can't gain too much weight or lose too much weight during that process. You have to remake the mask. Even the length of your hair can make a difference. So I got to keep my hair a certain length and my beard a certain length and all that sort of thing. But anyway, it's not too much of a pain, but a little bit to consider. So they make this special mask for you. They once that mask is made, then they put you, when you had your first radiation treatment, they'll put you on this little table, and actually it's not very uncomfortable. If you're claustrophobic, it could be a problem, but fortunately I'm not. So if you're claustrophobic, well, you'll have to deal with that if you are. But anyway, they put the mask on you. If it's pretty tightly around your head, it has to, so your head does not move. Very important when they're doing radiation across a certain specific area. They're very targeted, so they got to make sure you don't move, and hit something they're not supposed to hit. But anyway, they strap you in and buckle you in, and then they put for me, because the cancer is in the throat, on the side of the throat over here, in the back of my tongue. then they have to they put a tongue suppressor inside to keep your tongue down the bottom part of your mouth. And that's not too uncomfortable. That's not too comfortable in the beginning. It takes a little getting used to. And then once you get used to it, though, and you get your rhythm going, it's not too bad. The treatment itself, though, that's it. They strap you in, put you in there, cover you in a nice warm blanket so you're nice and warm. And then they let you go through this big tube chamber, sort of very space age Star Trek looking thing. And I just close my eyes and be mindful, but yet kind of meditate a little bit and chant to myself and let it do its thing. And the whole treatment itself, actually to strap you in and then do your treatment takes less than 10 minutes. It's a very quick process. Making the mask is the longest part. That's another appointment that you make in the beginning. But anyway, that's basically the radiation routine, and then you get out. So it's painless, but there is after effects, of course, as people have said, and I'm starting to feel those after effects. There's a lot of things you can do for radiation. If you're in my particular situation with throat cancer, that you can do to help, and I've said this on other videos, is that there is keep your neck moist and clean. That's very important during that time. I use aloe vera, real aloe vera leaves. I get the plant and I cut some and take them with me to the radiation place. And right after I get out of radiation, in fact, right after I get it done, right there in the office, I'll put the aloe vera on, just all that nice gooey stuff, and put it all on. It's very cooling, feels really good, and it also protects and heals. And then when I get home, I put on my combination of castor oil and calendula oil. It's 2 parts castor oil, 1 part calendula oil. These things heal really well. Just be very liberal about it all over your neck area and everything else. And so far, outside the little zit that I have right here, which I think is unrelated to that, I've had no issues so far at all. No sunburn feeling, no redness, no anything. But again, it's early yet, so far it's been working. So we'll see as we get into the meat and potatoes of this radiation, see how well it really works. But anyway, so far that works real well. So take care of that. Also, dry mouth and sores inside your mouth. They explained before, if you have bad teeth or something, they want to pull some teeth because your teeth can really go really wonky, and your gums can during radiation treatments around this area. So I swish my mouth with baking soda water and salt water. Swish it around to clean it out and keep it clean real good. Do that several times a day. I also use a turmeric root extract that I swish around with my water and gargle with. So those are things in which you can do to help alleviate some of the symptoms that you may have. And so far, so good. But we'll see as we go along how this all works. But that's all natural things you can do. They'll give you some things like some lotions and stuff, but it really doesn't help. Don't use that. Use that calendula oil, castor oil, and the aloe vera. That's really going to do the trick for you, I think. Anyway, so far so good. I'm feeling pretty good today. I reported in a couple of videos I had a peg put in, a feeding tube. I recommend that if you have throat cancer, again. What I was saying, a peg tube. And, but anyway, so you want to make sure you keep your nutrition up and all that kind of thing while you're doing this. Maybe a little difficult because your taste buds go away too and things like that. But anyway, it's all part of the process of the healing process that you go through. But anyway, so kind of forgot what I was going to say, but that's okay. Anyway, my shoulder. Last couple of videos, I talked about my back shoulder from the hospital stay that was hurting. It's still hurting. So I did call the doctor. So we'll see if we can get something done with that. But I'm taking some painkillers for that, and so far, as long as I keep up on it, it works out okay. Anyway, that's about it. Nothing else new to report. I'm feeling pretty good today. Got some pretty good energy today. I actually took my dog for a short walk today, which is really good. I haven't done that in a while since my surgery for my peg. So I felt pretty good. Got to walk around a block, so that was good. With him, he enjoyed it too. So I wanted to go more, but I didn't want to push it. So we'll see how the week goes and everything else and all that good stuff. Anyway, so that's about it. Again, I will always thank everybody on every video that I do for their incredible support, both financially and emotionally and energy wise and vibe wise and everything else out there. People have been just wonderful. My friends and family, just been wonderful. People I don't know and people I do know, just incredible support. So, and that really helps. It helps immensely to have that kind of support when you're going through something like this. I can't emphasize that enough. Anyway, so until next time, I'll try to be more, not skip on days. Until next time, everybody, bright blessings. Namaste. Thank you. Bye-bye.